Welcome to another stream. We have got a pile of people down here all ready and raring to go, and we may have a couple more people turning up a little bit later. I'm not quite sure. The time for some people is ridiculously early in the morning right now, so some people who were hoping to turn up may not have quite got here yet, but they may do at some point soon. So we've got Maltese Panda, we've got Ryder, we've got Northern Farmer Gaming, we've got Jimmy J, and we've got Smoodelini, the Great Drago Bear, down here at the moment. I believe Axel is going to be turning up shortly, although I'm not 100% sure on that one. And there may be a couple more joining us a bit later on. We will have to wait and see. So, we got Captain Chaos, whoever that is. I don't know who that one is, actually, but I'll find out in a minute. That could be Axel. Hello and welcome to the stream, everybody. We see we got quite a few people in the stream right there. We got Bite Moose, we got Ryder, we got Bat Stuff. We got Maltese Panda, Feed Guy Gaming. Hello, Mr. Feed Guy. Northern Farmer and Sad Tomato, Romeo Sabo, I think so. Nameless AoE, Bite Moose, I said. Upsala Hasa Markstead. Hello and welcome to the stream. It is absolutely fantastic to see you all. Now I'm just confused. Captain Chaos and Comrade Axel. I thought Axel was going to be Captain Chaos, but now there's someone else here as well. So now I'm just really generally confused about who's going to be here. So while we're waiting for it to synchronize, if you have ever given any thought to wanting to play a multiplayer version of Farming Simulator or another game such as Minecraft or Factorio or Ark Survival Evolved, something like that, and you don't know where to go for your servers, for your server provider, then I would ask you to please consider Nitrado. There is a link to them in the description down below. They're the ones that provide us with our Farming Simulator server, and they are absolutely brilliant. The very rare occasions that we encounter a problem with our server, it is dealt with very quickly and very efficiently, and it works really, really well. It works really amazingly, and we very, very rarely actually have any problems with it. And that's kind of the great thing about it. We have our server up 24/7 available, and the number of outages you can count on one hand over the course of several months. So yeah, I would strongly consider them. They are, like I said, there's a link to them in the description down below. That is Nitrado servers. Please, yeah, just consider them. They're brilliant. I love them. I think they're amazing. Anyway, I'm looking for Combine. There's headers here everywhere, but there's no actual Combine. Oh, probably because the Combine is down in the field. I'm supposed to be doing combining to start off with. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. Who else have we had? We got Green Splatter. We got X Edge. We got Wayne Welly. We got Jubble Williams. Hello and welcome to the stream, people. That is absolutely fantastic. Does Nitrado have a frith Crash Sim game server? I have absolutely no idea.
My friend.
Hello, who's Captain Chaos?
Captain Chaos might or might not be a certain Australian who's gonna join you doing the karting in a second.
Oh, a certain Australian. You mean
Yes.
a certain flat-footed duck-billed Australian that thinks he's above and beyond reproach?
Might or might not be, yes. And he's gonna showcase some new equipment he himself designed just for you.
Should I be concerned? I'm cycling through machinery here, trying to find the combines.
Your combine is parked next to 32, dude. Next to field 32. Right. And there he is, Captain Chaos himself.
G'day.
G'day, Captain Chaos. How are you? I'm gonna start this one up.
I'm great. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm still hurt, to be honest. I was brutally savaged recently by some duck-billed platypus type creature, and it was absolutely savage. The things that it did to me, it just tore into me. I thought I was doing really well. I thought I'd sort of made really good progress with a series that I've been doing, and this duck-billed platypus comes along, and it utterly destroyed my self-confidence. I'm questioning whether I should continue with my YouTube career at all at the moment, to be honest. How are
In
you?
fact,
Well,
that slight,
you ain't
that,
seen nothing yet.
that slight, that slight quiver in your voice is very convincing, dude.
Yeah, it is. For those of you who don't know, Duck Zorley, who is the gentleman in question that we're talking to right now, he does have his own channel, and on that channel he's gone and cast some serious shade over my accomplishments in our hardcore series, in the Boulder Canyon series that I'm doing. He has been throwing some serious shade about what we've done, and he's been comparing his own achievements and trying to say that his own achievements are so much better. But this is neither the time nor the place to go into that. I've responded with how I feel about these accusations in my video for Boulder Canyon, which goes up tomorrow. So you can, if you join our Discord or you join Ducky's Discord, you will be able to see the video in question, and you'll be able to see my response to it in the opening few minutes of my video tomorrow on Boulder Canyon. So, anyway, what were you... someone was going to say something. Were you saying something, Smudo?
Yeah, Ducky, the way out of that area is to your right. Those two bars.
Right, now, what are we doing over here? I am loving this massive, great big combine. I think we should go right round. I'm going to go right round the field.
Dude, it is not a combine, please.
Tribine, then. Tribine.
Yes, exactly.
Fine. I'm loving Tribine. I've got 9,000 litres of soybeans on board, and it's like it's hardly got anything in it at all. It's a thing of beauty.
Yeah, I mean, the Stevie stuff is big, and then there's the Tribine. The Tribine is just...
It's just a league of its own, really.
Yeah,
Absolute league of its own.
basically.
What else have we got in chat?
Whoa, we made a little bit of money.
Have we? Nice.
Yeah, 600 grand.
$600,000 coming in onto the map. That's pretty good go. Pro Gamer, hello, welcome to the stream. Just play the game. Hello, Michael Burke. How are you? It's fantastic to see you here. See any more names on here? Not at the moment.
Okay, you crazy kids have fun. I'll be back later.
Bite Moose wants to know where we can get the Tribine from. Do we have a link for that one on the Discord server somewhere?
I will post a link later for that.
Yeah.
And what?
I'm not sure where it came from. It just kind of turned up in the
yes.
package of mods that we have here. So
Indeed. Before I forget it later, we were currently looking for the new map for the open multiplayer server. I have now chosen the top 3 out of those, I think 15-ish that were sent to me. And I will make a post in the mod suggestion channel after the stream for a vote for the one that will chosen in the end. The top 3 maps will be posted there. And everybody who joins the Discord can throw down a vote for the map he or she wants. And I will try to make the maps which happen around the end of the month, so in a little more than 2 weeks, basically.
right, there we go. Ideal. That sounds good. So we got a brand new map coming for the open multiplayer server.
Open MP, yes. And we will be doing next week another non-stream session on this map, so we get a bit of progress going.
Right, okie doke. For those of you who haven't joined in with those sessions yet, Smudo is sort of semi-regularly at the moment organising an open... a multiplayer session with as many people that want to come along and join, playing some more stuff on this map and getting a whole load of different jobs done and accomplished so that it progresses it in between the live streams. So anybody is welcome to go along and join that. There are no restrictions. You just have to put your name down and then just do what Smudo tells you, basically. It's just another opportunity for him to fulfill his role as tyrant of the multiplayer.
Yeah, why do you think I do this? That's the inner German in me, dude.
I see.
Okay, dude, I'll be back in a bit.
Right, we'll see you later. So, yes, Batstar, this is the Tribine. I love this one. Sneck and Cactus, hello, welcome to the stream. Is this the Smudo show? No, it's not the Smudo show. Smudo just tells me what to do. I'm the face of radio. I hang around and say things, and Smudo does the rest. He puts everything together, and he does the organising, and he makes everything look right. And then I just come along and I drive stuff round. So I don't know where the tri-bind came from. I don't know where the link was for this particular one that we're using. It's got lots of different colour configurations. It's a beast of a machine. It's absolutely fantastic. I mean, we've got 30,000 litres of beans on board, and we're pushing towards 40% full. So there is a big old tank on this thing that you can use. It is absolutely fan-schmastic. I'm really, really liking this mod. I'm really impressed with it. And I'd mentioned it before. I'd mentioned that I wanted to see a working tri-bind because I was quite impressed with the idea of the machine anyway. And I would love to see an official tri-bind DLC from Giants. I think that would be a really, really awesome thing. But we do have this tri-bind at the moment, and this is a really nice one. And the thing with the tri-bind is it doesn't leave the straw in a heap right sort of underneath the combine like your regular ones do. This dumps it out the side. It goes out, I think it goes out the left-hand side. I don't quite remember. Jimmy J did say so when he was telling us about it last time. But yeah, it is pretty good. I do like this machine. I think it is quite a wonderful machine to behold. Just going to back up a little bit here. I'm hoping that I don't... Oh, on the right-hand side. Mr. Maltese says that it dumps it out on the right-hand side. Let's get a move on here. If I can get going quickly, I can get through here before Northern Farmer catches up with me. And whiz off. The swath is dropped on the right-hand side. So yeah, it'll drop out there. And so if you're using courseplay and things like that, then you do need to make like a couple of little alterations in order to be able to get it to work effectively, but it does work quite effectively. It is quite cool. So I'll bring this one along over here, and we've got Maltese, who actually I don't know who that is over there. Is that Maltese over there? I think if I go like this, I can make it bigger like this, and then I can see who's where. And what field am I in? I'm in field 32. That's Axel over there. And Northern Farmer behind me over here. He's bringing up the line down this side, and then we've got Axel over there who's running down that length of the field. We will probably just try and keep working up. I don't know. We'll see when we get to the other end. If Axel gets there first, and we're going to get there at exactly the same time, me and Axel. I'm going to get there, and he's going to drive into me. That's what it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to try, and I don't know if it's quite going to be like that. I'm wiggling a bit here. I should have set up the GPS mod. That's what I should have done. I haven't set up the GPS mod. When we go in the next field, I will set the GPS mod going for it. I think that might be a little bit easier if we can go and do that. Comrade Axel has gone whizzing on through. He's still got Comrade on his. In our stream 2 weeks ago, it coincided with International Workers' Day. So what we did was everybody was called Comrade. It was Comrade Axel, Comrade Smudo, Comrade. It was everybody was Comrade all the way through. And I thought that was quite cool, because it was in recognition of the International Workers' Day was what we were doing. Anyway, Smudo, yes, how are you?
The Duckster is about to join you for unloading, but because of lag, you'll have to stop to do that. He will not be able to do it on the fly.
Right.
Yeah?
Well, what...
All right. See you in a bit.
What's wrong with his skills at the wheel then? Because you can do it on the fly. You can do it when you're driving along. A rider does it. You know,
there's nothing wrong with my skills. So don't even start going there, Mr. Frithgar. Okay.
There's got to be something up with it, because I mean, Smudo does it while he's driving along, and
yeah, but he also lives on the server as penal colonists. Way down here, we have decent connections, but we don't like connecting to you Europeans, you see.
Yeah, you got decent connections, have you? I thought Australia was famed for not having quite so good a connection to the internet, Mr. Captain Chaos. Have you seen what Ryder has just declared?
Yeah, well, we'll just leave Ryder there. I think you might want to have a look at this truck in a bit more detail, though, Mr. Gar.
Oh, wait a minute. Let's. Oh, this is. Oh, this is wicked. You're cosplay experts in an alternate universe, Frithgar. Oh, this is absolutely amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, this has got to be the single best wallpaper any vehicle has ever had, ever. This is awesome.
I told you I've only just started.
Oh, that is absolutely brilliant. I love it. I love it. This is incredible. Cosplay. I can be a cosplay expert. I can do that.
In your dreams. In your dreams.
I have mastered cosplay now. I really have. I actually managed you'll see it coming up this week. I actually managed to accomplish something new in cosplay. I'm not going to say anything else because I don't want to give any spoilers, but there is something that I have managed to do in cosplay. And we'll leave it at that until such time as there is anything else that I need to master that's new, and then we'll go back to me saying unkind things about cosplay. Yeah, that is it. That is absolutely amazing.
You might want to have a look at the truck as well.
Eh?
Have a look at the truck as well. There's something on the truck as well you might want to
on the
look
truck.
Yeah.
Frith Ginger! Nice! Nice! Look at this! See, this is why I will never actually be able to go to Australia and say these things to you face to face. Because I'll step off the plane anywhere in Australia and I will just spontaneously combust. So it's never going to happen. And then, of course,
now,
you Australians, you step off the plane here in the UK and you instantly turn into icicles. So it's...
Now, I would like to declare this is also the PG streaming version. There is another private version I have for you, but I'll deliver that personally.
Oh, I look forward to it. I really look forward to it. This is absolutely amazing. I am genuinely impressed with this. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. That is a beautiful truck. We might have to use that. I might actually use that as the default truck in my next series.
I mean, could you get on with the work? We have stuff to do.
I'm working hard. Right, I've actually got to unload into this truck now.
Now I'll line myself back up.
I'm getting there. I hope there's no trains around here, or I'm going to be in trouble.
Or you can all just dance around me then. I was just going to line myself up to be straight, but anyway.
Yeah, you. Northern, I thought you were the actual farmer among us. Northern Farmer's the actual farmer among us. I'm a little bit... He's also a tractor driver, by the way. He's not like he's a stockman or something. So he's the actual tractor driver among us, and he's the one that rammed into the vehicle. I'm a little bit concerned about that. We will have to see. I didn't get taken out by a train, so I'm just fine on there. I know... Oh, wait a minute. Yes.
Northern's about to.
Northern, you stay there, mate. Just stay there, mate. You'll be fine. No. Stay where you are. Don't feel you gotta go. Oh, that would have been brilliant. That would have been so funny. Oh, I really thought you were gonna get taken out by the train there for a minute. Oh. Right, okay, let's get going. Let's see if we can have the three of us running up and down the field here together. Let's get serious again. Northern's having a little bit of a boogie on there. Right. I'll come on up through here like this. Come on in, Axel. You need to get a move on. I think he's starting. Is he? We may have to push on past him, Northern. We may have to just leave him there. You know what? Let's push on past. I'll push. Oh no, Axel's away. All right, I better stop a minute and just let people carry on in front. There we go. Right. Now we're talking. We got three brothers in arms racing down across the field here. Three tribines. I tell you what, if you could actually see three tribines working in field together, I reckon they would cover some acres in a day. I reckon they would cover some serious ground in a day. That would be very, very awesome. That would be absolutely brilliant. So there we go. We had that brand new truck over there by Ducky. I'll see if I can get hold of that. Get hold of that little beastie for our next Let's Play to follow on from the Alps. I think that is going to be the perfect truck to have driving around on the Hagenstedt map. I think that is going to fit in perfectly with everything that I want to do. It's going to be brilliant. It is absolutely going to be brilliant. Jay Dagger, hello, welcome to the stream. Peter Vinks, hello. Eric King, hello. I don't know if I said hello to you yet. And yeah, I did. Nameless Airways is speaks the truth, right? I was using Courseplay. Courseplay, this wonderful, wonderful Courseplay that everybody is always saying is the most amazing thing ever. And it drove into a tree, right? Courseplay drove into a tree. I could have done that on my own. Courseplay went and did it for me and claimed all my glory. Mads Nielsen, hello and welcome to the stream as well. It's great to see you. Wayne Welly, Frith versus Train, who wins? I have actually tried that. I haven't tried it very much in FS19. I got a bit bored with doing the whole versus things. But in FS17 I set it up several times to have stacks of bales and every vehicle that I could think of going up against the train. Train wins every time. And then I was able to get onto the Rattlesnake Valley map. Now, I liked the Rattlesnake Valley map. I thought that map was pretty good. I mean, it was also incredibly frustrating to play because of the tight corners, the narrow gateways, and the collisions on absolutely every single part of the map. But one thing he did have on there was more than one train. It was quite a few trains. So I tried train versus train to see how that would come out. Train versus train was honestly a bit anticlimactic, to be honest. I thought it was going to be like quite spectacular. A bit like, you know, Chuck Norris versus an immovable object in World of Warcraft. But no, it wasn't Armageddon. It wasn't. It was just the trains just went right through each other with no consequences whatsoever. And honestly, I was disappointed. I was hoping for more. I was hoping for something epic, something destructive, something, you know, really quite incredible. But none of that happened. It just kind of like went on through as though nothing was happening, and I was a little bit disappointed with that. You gotta love Northern's driving over here. It is absolutely fan-schmabulous. Captain Chaos, I'd love to help you out, but unfortunately the spout is on the other side of the combine. But yeah, if we go like that, we can have a look down here and we can see this beautiful truck. Your cosplay expert in an alternate universe. This is why on my next series, the Hagenstedt series, I will not be using cosplay at all. There will be no cosplay. No cosplay. Hello, Smudo. How are you?
Is there a reason for you not to use GPS?
Mainly because I didn't actually think about it, and then I haven't actually gotten around to it.
You got confused yet again.
Are we using Courseplay, a GPS, are we?
Yeah, and you are leaving stuff.
No, I'm not. Northern's leaving stuff. See? It's all his fault.
Yeah, right.
It's all his fault. Right, I'm just going to spin round a minute and unload into Captain Chaos here, and then I will get the GPS thing going, and I will load up a course.
Yeah, now I mean, it's what? Another run for each of you? Maybe two?
Something like that.
Yeah, so...
Right, what is Chaos doing here? He's trying to be chaotic, I think. That's what it is.
I was just making it difficult for you, that's all.
I can see that. I can see that. It's your Australian blood coming to the fore, isn't it? That's what it is.
Maybe.
You've recognised a superior Pommy, and so you've decided to try and make life difficult for him.
Oh dear, the gloves are coming off. The gloves are coming off.
Let's see if he can do this. Let's see if he's got what it takes. Well, I suppose he has got what it takes, really, because the edges of these headers don't actually have any collision on them, so it doesn't make any difference. I'll stop for you. I know it's difficult. Oh!
Had it sorted.
Feed Guy Gaming. Thank you very much for your support, sir. That is absolutely fantastic of you. It really is. That is absolutely amazing. Thank you very, very much. Oh, that's incredible. Yeah, oh, that's amazing. Thank you very much, sir. That is absolutely amazing. Look at the front of the truck. I have looked at the front of the truck. I've seen his whole the ginger thing. He's the Frith ginger thing he's got on there. I think that's enough because obviously imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, and that's the closest that Ducky's ever going to get to, you know, ginger. Really, isn't it? It just he could just write the word down in sort of this sort of, you know, it's like a chant. He's chanting the word ginger over and over because that's as close as he's ever going to get to actual having ginger hair. And so he can only really dream of greatness. And that's all he can do, is he can just pay homage, pay tribute to those of us who are born blessed with ginger hair. That's all it is.
Excuse me while I go puke.
Gabrielle Bailu. Is it Bailu? Gamer Pete 76. Hello and welcome to the stream. Fantastic to see you here. Trey Heichman, hello as well. Gamer Pete, that's only because you can't figure out courseplay so that you won't use it on Hagen said. I've been able to do a little bit of courseplay. I've been able to do some bits of courseplay. I just haven't been able to do all of the courseplay. And I've slowly been figuring it out, but the whole point of Hagenstead is that we don't need to worry. You know, we're going to play the game in such a way that we don't need to use the advanced computer programming thing. We know that they called it computer programming. We know that this courseplay is really just a fake name, and it's actually just computer programming. They decided to rename it because they thought computer programming wouldn't really sell it to the crowds, and you can understand why, because it's nothing but a headache. And so, yeah, we don't need to use computer programming to effectively do our stuff that we're going to be doing on Hagenstead, because we can do it properly without having to resort to computer programming. That's all it is. And I think that's my argument now. My solid argument is that if you can do it right, you don't need to resort to the computer programming. That's all it is. Ducky has to resort to computer programming. It's not his fault. We won't hold it against him. Poor chap.
Frith, have you got a tissue? You're dribbling.
Is he whining again?
Yeah. Hello, Mr. Smudo.
What you fail to... sorry, Smudo, for a second. What you fail to recognise is the fact that while you say courseplay is computer programming, what about your AI
I'll be
vehicle
back in a second, guys.
mod?
AI vehicle mod, all that does is just extend out the... It doesn't do everything for you, no. Not like courseplay does. It just extends the AI. It extends the vehicle, the artificial helper that is supposed to help you in the field, to a logical next step, which is to be able to drive around the outside of the field. That's all it does. Doesn't do anything else. It doesn't make any claims to go and do everything else for you. Doesn't play the game for you. You can't just like set up 6 different courses on the AI vehicle extension and have it then do all of the farming for you. No, you still have to actually play the game. Whereas with your computer programming, you set it going and then you can walk away and can leave it for an hour and it will play the game for you. Doesn't really seem to be much point to doing that, really. Aha! I win. Right. Sad Tomato, I'm looking forward to no courseplay in Hagenstead. Brilliant. Who else have we got here? Yes, we do have... Or Jay Dagger says the AI went to college, which is what courseplay is. It could be. I went to college, I just didn't actually study quite as well as I should have done, and so I came away from college with nothing really except debt.
Friska, my friend.
Hello!
So, you are done with Field 32, ain't that correct?
Yes, I'm following the crowd over here. I don't know where they're going, but it looks interesting.
They go back to the yard. That is actually quite right. You may park the tribine in a bay. across from the cotton harvesters. You will have to back in there because the header won't fit.
Right.
And after that, I would ask you to grab yourself a potato harvester and start harvesting potatoes on field 20. I'm gonna send the panda to you to help.
This northern farmer fella, I'm not entirely sure that he's in the right profession.
Yeah, the tribine is an unknown unknown machine. If you fold up your tribine, the spoke gets folded. What the heck are you doing, guys?
Oh, we got steering... Wait a minute. We got steering modes here.
Yes, you do.
All-wheel steering. this thing turns even sharper, does it? Actually, that's not turning sharper. I don't know what that's doing now. That's not as good as it was before. I don't like that. Let's have a look. What else we got?
Go back to the other one.
Turn steering like this.
No, you only have those two.
There's two of them. Ah, I see. Right.
Either with using the bend or the all-wheel steer. Sorry. Yeah, potato harvester, field 20.
Potato harvester and field 20. Is Bowen around this evening? Is there a Bowen watching this? Because he is going to be very excited about the fact we got a potato harvester. What are they harvesting in there?
I believe so, yes.
What's Ryder cutting?
Ryder is cutting tobacco.
Tobacco?
Yes.
Should we really be farming tobacco? Is that really something we want to get involved in?
It is medicinal tobacco. You want to turn left here, yes.
Medicinal tobacco?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
The five-fingered leaf kind.
Medicinal tobacco?
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Frith, I'm gonna give you a quick rinse, so come over here, please. Because you are you are driving the barn find. It's very, very dirty. Like your mind, basically.
What? That is a wild accusation to make. Right. I wasn't actually trying to drive into the pressure washer and the fuel tanks right here. I was actually just trying to drive into Smudo, see if he'd move out of the way, but apparently he has not. He just stood there.
I know no fear, dude. Okay, now reverse in one of the bays over here, right behind you.
Over here, right? Okay. Andrew Messi. Who else we got? We got. Seen someone else that I hadn't said hello to yet. I'm sure there was someone else. Train spotter.
Potatoes, field 20. Yes, I'll be back later.
Okay, potatoes, field 20. I will do that. Train spotter, something. Train spotter Storm. Hello, welcome to the stream. Fantastic to see you here as well. Just bring. Oop. I'm kind of stuck on there. I think I may have just broken the spout on there.
Friska, my friend.
Hello.
It seems there is an issue with the potato harvester. It doesn't start its engine for some reason. I don't know why.
It doesn't start its engine. Which is the potato harvester?
The red one of the bunch.
Right. So what's Maltese doing? Oh, that's a carrot.
Yeah, he's trying to start.
Carrotin.
But the carrot.
Kartoffeln.
That is Karotten.
Kartoffeln.
Karotten.
Carrot. No, here. Kartoffel.
Kartoffeln, yeah.
Kartoffel.
Yeah, that's the one you want to try, please.
And then we got Zuckerruben.
Could you please jump in?
Is that Zuckerruben? Go on, teach me German here.
Get in the potato harvester, please. And it's Zuckerrüben.
Right, Zuckerrüben.
Yeah.
Zweibeln.
Like that's onions, dude.
Zweibeln just sounds like an insult. It sounds like an insult.
Yeah, it's Zwiebeln, so not Zweibeln. And it doesn't work.
Start engine. It's because it's got no fuel in it. That's why. There's absolutely no fuel in it at all.
Should that be really it? Wait, let me try something. Why is there no fuel in there? If that is the reason, I'm gonna punch myself in the head.
That's a little bit extreme. The sugar beet harvester works, but the potato one's got no fuel.
Yeah. Yeah.
The onion one is the what was it? It's the Zweibeln. Svein. Right. Go on then. Fill up your kartoffeln. Kartoffeln. Tatey pose. Are you actually going to be able to reach?
Yes. Pull. Pull gas.
I'm trying. I pressed R.
No. Sorry.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I pushed. That's the wrong button. That's the function for the thing.
Right. Go. You need to go forward a little bit more.
There you go.
There. Right. Let's try that.
Okay, I'll be back in a second, guys.
It's not giving me fuel. You're in the wrong place. You know, we're going to need to reset this to the shop, I think. If we reset it to the shop, you can refuel it from there. That's what we're going to have to do. Right. Smudo is... He's still sat in here. That's not refilling. I can't refill it. We're going to have to reset it to the shop. And, it's telling me to restart the engine. I don't know why it's got restart engine on here. I think there may be a problem with this thing. No, it's not restarting. It's not refilling. I think we need to reset this to shop. I can't do that because I don't have the right permissions on this map. But I think if we were to reset those things to the shop, then we could actually make that work. Because I don't... Ooh, that's the sugar beet. That's the carrot. That's... It's a little bit further back, isn't it? I can click on the carrot ones, but I can't click on the right one in here. It's not going to let me. Oh.
Okay, Frithka, we're going to try something different.
You gonna try resetting it to the shop? Then you can refuel from there.
Yeah, let's try that.
Sorry, Wayne Welly. Thank you very much, sir. I'm really sorry I missed that. I'm focusing on here.
Okay, I'm gonna send off the other guys first.
Okay. Thank you very much for your support, sir. That is absolutely fantastic. Keep practicing German, he says. Right. Well, I'm absolutely sure that onion here. It says something like Zweibe. It sounds like Svein. Svein, which I like that. Svein is that's good enough for me. We'll call onion Sveins, and then they can stay like that. So we've got Kartoffeln here. He's going to be resetting these to shop. I'm kind of left here in limbo for a minute. Karotin. It was Karotin, he said. It was definitely Karotin. Karotin. I think it was. I'm sure he rolled the R on that somewhere. Maybe I should just go and buy a new one. I go, ooh, this might work. Can we reload? That ain't working, dude. That ain't working. The only way that this is going to work is if you get... Ooh, I'm stuck. I know what we're going to need to do. You're going to have to go in here, start up this sugar beet machine, pull it out like this, and then you're going to have to back the trailer in beside the Grim Harvester so that you can refuel it from in the middle. That's what you've got to do. So we'll bring that one out like that, there. And now we've got a bit of space. So then you're going to have to drive this bad boy in, and I think that's the only way that you can do it. If I press R right there, still not refueling, that's not working. It's giving me this constant start the engine, which I don't know what that's all about. So we've sold one of those. Or is he just reset it to the shop? I think it's reset to the shop. Right, let's go over to the shop over here, enter vehicle. And... they are very, very tight together there. We still got to refuel these things. So now we've got to wait for Smudo to turn up so that he can do the refueling. This is not going well. Right. Excuse me. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry about that. This is kind of annoying. Panda is now getting over there.
We need to... Michael Burke has got a very, very valid point here. These harvesters are not observing social distancing. This is unacceptable. We have to be observing social distancing here. This is not the way that we should be doing it. Have we got any more German written down here anywhere? I need to practice more German, apparently. Right. Maltese Panda is coming in, so I'm going to jump up over here onto this one, and let's see. Yes! We're refueling! We are actually refueling. This is horribly slow. Seriously, why is this so slow?
I don't know. I mean, half a tank should be enough, no?
Yeah, but we're not even close to half a tank. There's nothing going into it. I can't start the engine. You jump into this harvester a minute, Smudo, and you have a look. There is nothing going into that harvester. You go just jump into it a minute. You have a look at that. There's something seriously wrong with you. You need to sell it and buy a new one. You're gonna have to give up. This one's broken.
Yeah, let's try that.
Oh, this is going so well. This is what happens when your harvesters don't socially distance. When there's no social distancing with harvesters, things go wrong with them. It's their own fault. Right, let's try this one. It's got no fuel. It's got no fuel at all. It's completely empty. This mod is broken.
Okay, but only the potatoes, or the potato harvesters, obviously.
Yes. There's something a little bit hinky going on there. I'm not quite sure what that is. Do we have any other harvesters? We got the multi-roader.
No, we only have the standard potato harvester, and we're not going to do that.
No.
Grab yourself the tri-vine you were just in. Grab yourself a corn harvester, a corn header, and start harvesting corn on field 28. I'm going to send the panda with you.
Right. Okay. We will jump in. Excuse me. Sorry, folks. We will jump in here. We will go and drop the header off down here. You know, the anarchist in me wants to try and stack these up, but I don't think it's actually going to work. I really, really want to stack these things. I don't know why. I really do. I got a strong urge to try and stack them one on top of the other. I won't, though. I won't, because people will cry if I do that. That will actually create tears. There will be tears, rage, and frustration if I go and do that. So I won't do it. I won't be that cruel. And we will go whizzing up through here. Nameless AoE says that somebody has gone and put sugar in the fuel tanks. You know, that wouldn't surprise me. That wouldn't surprise me at all. Someone's obviously a bit jealous here and they've gone and sugared our fuel tanks. It's not the way to behave, is it? It's absolutely not the way to behave. This one doesn't fold up very much, does it? It's a good job we got wide roads coming down through here. It's a very, very good job we got wide roads. Let's bring the map up there and we can see what we're doing a little bit. There's the harvesters down over there. We got 1.5 million from sold vehicles, so it's not all lost. Ooh, steady. And in around here. Start the harvester, they said. If you're at Rick Bottom, you can only go up, they said. Frith turns up, give up and go home, they said, while crying.
Friska.
Hello.
That is not field 28 or 27, and that is not corn, that is tobacco.
You said put on the corn header, and then after that I kind of forgot what you said, so I just headed towards the other combines.
Why am I not surprised? Well, field 28 and field 27. Corn, the panda is all...
Right, okay, I'll go up there then. I'll tell you what, Smudo, because there's quite a few people down here. Probably better if I go up to like field 28, 27 and start working on those. What do you think?
Dude, you know what? That is actually a pretty good idea. You probably should do that.
I'll do that.
Why didn't I think of that?
I don't know. You're the boss. You're supposed to think of these things. You know that, right?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm ashamed. I'm gonna put a ginger truck next to that so you can unload the corn in that.
Right, you do that. We're going to go on up here. We're going to take this tri-vine for a little bit of a drive. Look at this thing go. It's a beast of a machine. I love this I love this thing. Absolutely love this thing. This is brilliant. Giants, if for some strange reason one of you who has any decision-making power at Giants, if any of you are watching this right now or watching this later on or whatever, please, we want a tribine. We want a tribine in here. It'd be brilliant. Bowen Potato, thank you very much for your support. I rebranded. That is brilliant. I love your rebranding. I do. I love the rebranding. That is awesome. Right, we will unfold this bad boy right here. And I'm going to try and set up for an actual GPS course now. Please set up a GPS. Oh, look, see, Mr. Maltese Panda's already asking me to do that. I will set up a GPS course. Fear not. I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to come in down here. And I'm going to set up a GPS course if I can. We're going to go Alt-C like that. And we're going to go Alt-E. Alt-E there. Right, I'm just setting one up now, Maltese. I'm just going to drive forward a little bit so that we can go like that. Someone said, what sort of combine is this? This is not a combine as such. This is called a tribine. This is a real combine. There is actually a combine like this. There's a real one. It's not a widely commercial. It is commercially available. It's just that they don't make very many units of it at the moment. So it's a relatively small company at the moment that do them. Let's go Potato 34, because I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. If I just do it, well, unless it just does a whole new one. Tribine Corn. I actually want to go like that. I want to go Field 28. Not 18, Field 28. Field 28, Tribine Corn. And then I click plus, don't I? Field 28, Tribine Corn. Field 28, Tribine Corn, right there. There, I've got it. Field 28, Tribine Corn. I've actually managed to do. I've actually managed to do it. This is amazing. I will show the lines so that we can see what we're doing here. We got 19 meters and 60 on there. There it is. We've got it all set up and we're away. There, we have got a course on here. Tribines and everything. Fan-shmastic. I'm hoping that this will stay working now. Who else have we got in here? The suspension is really living up to its name. Smoodo's getting cross. Smoodo does get cross sometimes when things don't go well. Although to be fair, Smoodo does put a lot of time into setting everything up on these courses. Like the courses, it's setting up the multiplayer streams behind the scenes. He does it all of his own free will. He does all of his own spare time. Puts a lot of time and energy into setting it up. So I can understand him getting a bit frustrated when things don't go well. That's gonna be a frustrating experience. But yeah, he does get a bit frustrated sometimes with it. What else have we got down here? Corn is made out of potatoes. My lines should be correct. Oh. Actually, maybe they're a little bit wide. I mean, it looks like it's right on there. Let me move over a minute. Let me just... I'm going to go over onto this next one. And into there. And then I go Alt-X like that. And we'll let the combine kind of straighten things out a little bit. There. And run up through here. And yes, it is. It is actually running correctly. It's just running up the sides of it. Sort of. See, it does seem to be alright. Try yours coming down there, Maltese, and we'll see how that works. Can you ask Giants to add the Tektron into the base game like they had in FS19? I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know what they would go and add in or not. I think what we've got is that the mod is declaring that the line, the width of this machine is slightly wider than what it actually is. Well, no, is it working properly or not? Maltese is coming down on that one. If I zoom in on here a minute and we go into... It's not actually showing anything missed. Sometimes it does show things missed and it doesn't like quite work properly, but I think it's now kind of correcting itself. I don't know. It's very, very close on yeah, it is down to what the mod is itself. So this mod, the actual settings to recognize Mr. Panda is right behind you. Run. I'm alright, Mr. Panda. I'm doing fine. Right, hang on a minute. I just you'll have to wait a second. I've got to take my headset off and cough and splutter a bit. Right, I feel a little bit better now. I'm going to actually. I'm not going to empty out just yet. I'm gonna see if we can do another pass. Maltese Panda can go on down through there, and then I will go on over this side, and I will have another run down here. And we'll see if we can take everything out. Yeah, I tell you what, Maltese, what we'll do is we will alter the setting ever so slightly, because it seems to be slightly wrong. So it says 19.6. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase that to 0.1 like that, and then I'm going to take 0.1 off there, and I'm going to set it down to 19 meters like that, and then I'm going to, I think I just do the plus. Okay. Do I do that one? Is that edit? I think that's edit. Right, that I'm hoping that has now set it to exactly 19 meters on there. If I go to F28 fertilize on there, that's fine on there. And then I go back to the F28 tri-bind down here, that's going back to 19 meters. If we can set these to 19 meters, I'm hoping that is, yeah, that's looking a bit better. Set it to exactly 19 meters. It's a bit smaller than what it was. The corn header is indeed 19 meters in width, so it's sort of setting it a little bit wider. Maltese, if you... Hello.
Good morning, sir.
How are you, Mr. Jimmy? How are you?
Fantastic, thank you very much. That header is 18.1 meters wide.
18.1?
Yep. Save the store menu.
Ah, right. Well, I've just gone and set it now to
19.
19 meters instead of the 19.6 it was at. And that does actually seem to be a bit better.
Yeah, it will be. The 19.6 is the serial header, but that one's 18.1 according to the shop. The other got the same problem.
We might have to knock it down a bit further. I've got it set at 19 at the moment. And that seems like it might work. We'll give it a little bit of experimentation and we'll see what happens. Thank you very much. Appreciate you dropping in to tell us. How's things in Kiwiland?
Cold.
Cold.
Yeah, funny enough, it's winter.
It's winter for you down there, isn't it? You're all back to front and upside down.
Yeah, got a bit of fog this morning, so I'm hoping it goes away and get a bit of sunshine in.
Do you get snow and stuff like that, or do you not have that?
Not where I am, though, because close to the sea, but about 2 hours away is one of our main ski fields.
Oh, well, there we go. You get the best of both worlds.
Yeah, it's also our most active volcano.
Oh, ideal. So if you get cold, you can, when you're busy skiing, you can just, climb up the slope a little bit higher and warm your toes a bit.
Exactly.
Well, there you go. It really is the best of both worlds. That's amazing.
It's the only place in the world you can ski in togs.
Oh, it's brilliant.
I'll let you get back to it. I'm just looking at the stream here, and it looks like the lines that you've got is exactly where it's coming, so I think you'd be right.
We should be all right. I'm hoping we'll cope with this. Thank you very much.
Okay, mate.
Who else have we got? Mohammed Badawi, hello, welcome to the stream. We've got Stephen Chang Leng in here. We've got Grace McClelland. Hello, how are you all? I'm hoping you are doing absolutely swimmingly as different people join from different places all around the world. It is awesome. And Actually, there's something that we like to try to, well, I like to try to do from time to time. Captain Chaos is trying to cause chaos again. It's something I'd like to try to do from time to time as we go through our streams. I would like you all to just tell me right now, get in the comment section right now and type in what country you're from. Where are you watching from? Where in the world are you watching from right now? Get in the comment section. We've already got a couple people in here. We got New York, we got Belgium, we got UK. Where else have we got? Bas McClenfield, Holland. We got Peter Vinks in Belgium. Oh, wow, here we go. Belgium, America, Netherlands, Spamalot, USA, Scotland, Malta, UK, Space. Uppsala. That would be Uppsala Hasa is from Uppsala in Sweden, UK, Bavaria, Germany, USA, Denmark, Scotland, Texas, Egypt, Ohio in the US, Scotland, USA, Herefordshire, Belgium. That is fantastic. We've got representation all around the world, which is absolutely fan-schmastic. We've got issues again with leaving bits. How is yours? Mr. Malta, have you gone in? You need to go. If you've gone into GPS, you need to go into the GPS and load it up again. Go to another one. Like just scroll up by one and then go in and have a look at it on there, and then go back into the GPS and load it again. There, and then it will load in the 19 meters. But 19, if that's right, there. It seems to be slightly out, so what we might have to do is reduce that down again. So if I do that, we'll go with the 18.1 that I need to go minus on here. I'll go 18.1 that JJ said. But that seems like it'd be too small. Let's try. I'd click that one, I think. And that will save the change. So then if I go here, I go to fertilize. That's changed my setting, and then if I go down here to try buying corn again, it's now saved on 18.1. So hopefully that should be, Maltese should get the same setting on his. So if I come out over this side like that, mine is going to move over a little bit to 18.1, and then Maltese should hopefully be able to get the same one come up on his, and we shouldn't be left with a strip.
Fresca, my friend.
Hello.
I am supposed to tell you to just stay at 19.
Stay at 19.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Because even if you miss a row once in a while with the amount of crop we are harvesting here, that really doesn't make much of a difference.
All right. Well, I'll change it back up to 18 then, to 19 then.
Alrighty. Finish the row though first. I mean.
I'll put it right back up to 19 right there, and then I will click that one to save that change, and then I'll go there, and I'm hoping that will have changed all the. That's changed it again. There we go. I'm missing bits all over. Sorry, Maltese, it wasn't my fault. I'm just doing what I was told. So you're going to need to go into yours again, Mr. Maltese Panda, and change it so that we go back to the 19 meters. I was just doing what Smudo told. Maltese is mad with me now. As it was all your fault, Smudo. You have to tell him that it was you that told me. You have to tell him. You have to tell him. It was Smudo that Smudo made me. He's mad.
I'm gonna tell him that it's all your fault, like it always is.
It's that like teacher's mad with me now. Teacher is mad with me, and it's your fault. You made me do this. Alright, I'm going to be told off by the teacher now. Now we're going to be left with a great big strip up across the field. What are you doing? This is down to you, Mr. Smudo. You're the farm manager around here. This is down to you. I'm just the lowly worker. I just do what I'm told.
Mm-hmm.
It is entirely down to you.
Names.
Eh?
I think you need to check my name. You're doing more chaos than what everyone else is on
I'm
this map
doing what Smudo told me to do. I'm doing what the boss told me to do. That's all I'm doing. I'm following orders from the boss.
Sure, Frithgar, sure. Goodbye.
Cheery bye. Red Kite, hello, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'm feeling hard done by now. I'm following orders to the letter from my boss, and I am being completely like I'm getting it from all angles now because I'm doing what I'm told by my boss. How are you supposed to function in this kind of environment? I mean, honestly, Frith getting an F for failed. Everyone is typing F for failed now. Oh, I feel that. Right, I do. That gets me right in the feels. Right in the feels there. I'm gonna wait over here. I'm just gonna line this one up once more. I'm not gonna change anything else. I'm just gonna leave it like it is. I'm just gonna line it up right here. I'm gonna wait for Mr. Maltese Panda to come up through. I don't want him to tell me off again. I don't want him to tell. Feed Guy Gaming, I do every day. I used to work. It's a good thing I don't have to deal with you in my classroom. Seriously, I would do what you told me. If I was in your classroom, I'd do what you told me, and you'd probably tell me off for that as well, wouldn't you? That's just charming. I used to work on a farm that had the farmer and the farmer's daughter there at the same time. And I would get one set of instructions from the farmer. I'd get one set of instructions from his daughter. She was in her 40s or 50s when I worked there, and he was like 60s, 70s. And so I get one set, differing set of instructions from each one. And then the first one would come back and tell me off for doing what the second one was doing. And then the second one would come off and tell me off for what the first one was doing. And they would constantly go like this between them, continuously between each other. And it was just absolutely horrific. And yeah, I did try standing there one day and just yelling at them both because they were doing this. And they both told me off for contradicting something. I don't know. I didn't last there very much longer after that, but yeah, this just, ugh. See? Right, Feed Guy gets it. Feed Guy absolutely gets this. He understands my pain. I'm doing what I'm told and I'm being torn out for it. This is just, yeah, it's not good for my blood pressure. It's not. I'm nearly 40 years old. I've got to watch my blood pressure these days, ladies and gentlemen. This isn't good. I'm going to go over here and tidy this bit up, and I'll let Mr. Maltese Panda can get that little strip up through there. We'll get both of these done, and then we can move on to the next field. I'm not going to worry about those other little tiny bits over there. And we will run up through this. I do love this tri-bind, though. This tri-bind is absolutely beautiful. And yes, it is a genuine, real combine. Go and search, Google tri-bind, you'll see them. They are absolutely fantastic. They are a beautiful machine. We just got another 6. We got $7.4 million now. I feel that's doing pretty good. I do feel that we're doing pretty well with that. I think that's quite awesome, actually. Evo 8. Hello.
On behalf of your admins, I would like to come and present you a box of Kleenex tissues to soak up all your tears. In other words, harden up and get on with the work, all right? Clean up your mess.
I'm working. Not like Goodbye. You're hardly working. Look at you parked up over there with your feet on a dashboard.
Well, if you're actually doing your work quicker and more effectively, like a Borg, then we'd be okay.
Like a Borg? Like, I am not going to be assimilated by the Australian Borg Society. That's just not happening. You may wish to have someone as spectacular as me in your collective, but it ain't going to happen, sunshine. I've already been assimilated. Somewhere along the way, I'm sure. Right. Red Kite, you listened to your boss. You did a good job for it. Thank you very much. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Someone appreciates me. I like this. Gamer Pete, I wonder what your blood pressure is. 140/90. I have no idea. I don't know what a good blood pressure is. I haven't got a clue what my blood pressure is. I don't know what it's supposed to be. I wouldn't be able to tell you that, actually. Does anybody know what good... the Jay's Channel Gaming, does he read these? He does sometimes. He does occasionally. You won't be assimilated. You will adapt. Yeah, I do try to read them. I don't always read them, but I do my bestest to try and read them as often as I can. I'm not. I haven't changed anything. Mr. Maltese, I haven't changed anything. I haven't touched it. I'm not changing anything at all. I'm just driving up the field. I'm not going to do anything else. Absolutely not going to do anything else. Uppsala House of Markstead. You can at least get medicine for that, Frithgar, but what shall Smudo do then? Snake and Cactus, I reckon you're all just mad as hatters. Hello!
Hello. How are you, Mr. Fifka?
Oh, I'm absolutely fine. Ducks
Good.
Orley,
How's your night
persistence and competence is futile. That's Frith's motto. Right. So how is Jimmy J doing down there? I'm trying to do what I'm told, and I keep getting told to do different things, and I got an F from the teacher.
No, I told them to tell you the reason you're missing is because you changed the GPS, but the other guys hadn't. That's why you're missing. They were still on a different width. But anyway, I thought I'd come in so you can actually have a conversation without someone telling you what to do or complaining about your incompetence.
Who's complaining about what? Huh? I'm confused now.
I just thought I'd come in and just have a normal conversation with you quickly, just so you can have a bit of a normal guy.
Right.
Without someone telling you what to do or telling you
I like this. I like this. I like this. Right, JJ, I'm going to promote you. I'm going to turn you into an administrator. I feel you deserve it.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
But I don't want the responsibility, but thanks for the thought.
Oh, great. That's kind of backfired then.
Right. But just remember, practice makes perfect. You'll get there.
I'll get there eventually, or I'll have a complete and total nervous breakdown.
All right. Carry on.
One or the other. Right. Just wait for Maltese to get lined up down here, and we can have a glorious run up across the field, the two of us together. So it turns out that it wasn't down to me doing things wrong. It turns out that it was young Mr. Maltese Panda who didn't update his GPS after my last time. After I carefully updated the course so we wouldn't be missing bits, and he didn't update his GPS with the new saved coordinates. The teacher became the student and failed on his first lesson. That is how it worked out. The teacher became the student and instantly failed. So yes, Mr. Maltese Panda, I can blame you. Although, actually, I suppose it's Smudo's fault, because he should have told you to update it. It's all Smudo. Smudo is the boss. Gamer Pete, are Kiwis better versions of Australians? Well, I don't know. I think really that is a question that we should be asking Captain Chaos and Jimmy J. Are Kiwis better versions of Australians? That is a big question there that could be answered. I'm not really in a position to answer such a question. I don't really know. But maybe one of our resident Kiwis or Australians could answer that question. I mean, I don't know. What do you think, Kiwis and Australians? We've had the question asked in chat. Are Kiwis better versions of Australians? Apparently, Duxorley considers Gamer Pete to be a heathen and who should wash his mouth out with soap. Nobody else is actually saying that washing my... Gamer Pete is currently washing his mouth out with best quality Kiwi soap. Bowen... Hang on, it's Vic, hello, welcome to the stream. Great to see you here. We got another new person. And I'm just going to go up this way, and I'm going to latch on to... Wait, no, not Control X. Oh, no. I press Control X, and that just... Because there's no Control X, it just folded up my harvester for me while I was driving along. That's probably not the best way to do this. So let's start that again. And then we go whizzing down across the field here, and we can actually make this thing work. Yes, there we go. There we go. We have to go on a little bit now to catch up with Maltese over there. Having a look down through here, the chat. They're talking about Kiwi shoe polish. I've seen Kiwi shoe polish. I don't know much about shoe polish. I haven't actually polished shoes. since I helped my grandmother do it when I was like 6. That's the last time I ever polished a pair of shoes. I don't own a pair of shoes that are even polishable anymore. That's not something that is possible to do with any of my current shoes, and I am happy that way. I am much happier owning shoes that cannot be polished, and I have no intentions of changing it so that I don't wish to own shoes that require polishing of any kind. I feel that it is a better life. It's an altogether better life. If your shoes cannot be polished, you're just going to be a happier person for it. And I will stand by that remark. Tornadoes. Feed Guy Gaming, in a matter of 2 days, we went from snow to tornado warnings. I love New York. I want to see tornadoes. I've seen a couple of like short clips and pictures of Feed Guy Gaming where he, some of the areas that he lives and works and so on, and I've seen pictures of snow and little short video clips of snowstorms and stuff, which look quite cool. I want to see tornadoes touching down now. I think that's going to also look quite cool. Probably absolutely terrify the life out of me if I was to see it in real life, but, you know, because it's happening to somebody else on the other side of the pond and it's not actually happening to me, it's going to be more sort of fascinating than genuinely terrifying. I mean, I feel for you. I don't envy you that you're living somewhere where tornadoes may happen. You know, the idea of a tornado, just, yeah, I don't like that. There have been tornadoes in the UK. There's been like a couple of tornadoes in the UK. They're like really, really small things though. You know, a couple meters high, and it makes newspaper headlines when it takes a tile off of the roof of a house. That's the kind of tornadoes that we have. We have unenthusiastically British tornadoes. That's what we have around here. Apparently the UK has the most tornadoes in the US. Yeah, we get little tiny tornadoes. Like, you see a little small one, and it doesn't actually do anything. It's just a little, like, dust devil type of thing, and that's it. It does, yes, white moose. In the UK, occasionally we get our bins blown over. That's the extent of our tornadoes. Hello, JJ.
Hello, I thought I'd give you a bit of trivia that might sort of blow your socks off. Pardon the pun.
Blow my socks off?
Yeah.
Go on,
Do
Ed.
you know which country has the most tornadoes per year?
Well, someone just said in chat that it's the UK.
That is, it's the UK. You have the most tornadoes every year.
So what do they class as a tornado? This is what I'm curious about, because the only tornadoes...
The thing is, the American ones are huge. Yours aren't.
Yeah,
they don't last long.
I've seen like I've seen lots and lots of little, like, you know, whirligigs that you're working in a field. If you're working in a field and you're turning hay, I've seen a small thing come along and just like whirl around in the field, pick up, you know, a couple bales worth of hay, chuck them up into the air and then drop them again. See, but...
Yeah, that's not what they're talking about though, the actual tornado, spiral, touchdown.
Right.
Ones, but they're not, the funnels aren't that big. They're like the ones we get here. We get them very rarely.
I did once hear of someone who was busy doing hay, and his biggest field that he had was about 10 acres. And he did the hay. It was almost ready to bale, and he was just going into the field to start raking it up to start baling it. So it'd been on the ground for a couple of days by this point. He'd put in a lot of work to get the field ready, and this sort of mini tornado came down and went round the field a couple of times and picked up 3/4 of the hay that was lying in the field, picked it right up into the air, carried it a half a mile away and dumped it on a nearby town. And that was all of his hay gone out of the field. I found the story to be absolutely hilarious, but apparently the farmer was not very amused by this particular tale, having, you know, what with living it in person. So, yeah, I don't really know if that's entirely accurate. It does actually sound fairly accurate, given the little whirligig things that I've seen from time to time. They do pick up things fairly quickly, so, yeah, that could be a thing that has happened. I don't really know. I couldn't really say. So what am I supposed to do now?
I mean, with snow, it snows in England at least once a month, every year.
Every year, at
That's
least
got you
once a month,
confused.
right through the year.
That's why you're confused. Yep.
Are we talking
yeah,
about just
welcome to
England,
the
or are we
Science Channel
talking?
there, chat.
Are we talking about England, or are we talking about the UK as a whole?
UK as a whole.
Oh, well, that doesn't surprise me. The Scottish Highlands, they have snow everywhere.
No, it's because the type of clouds you have that create rain, all your rain starts off as snow, but it ends up on the ground as rain.
All of it.
All of it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound quite right, because it's pretty warm here
Stop.
some days.
Fritzka, my friend,
Hello.
your next job after the parking away the combine
Yeah.
will be a bit of plowing together with Panda and JJ. The Sour Skittles is already parked with an additional plow I just bought at the shop,
Okie doke.
so you can grab that there. I would ask you to put the corn row header with the one where Panda put it,
Yep.
and attach the cereal header and then back into one of the bays right next there, across from the cotton harvesters.
Right. Okie doke.
That will be the home of the tri-bay.
No worries. I can do that.
That is very nice of you.
Yeah. Well. The Skittles is in the field already, is it?
No, he's at the shop. At
Oh,
the shop, I had to go unload the tobacco harvesters,
Right.
so I hadn't time.
What field am I doing?
Field 8, 29, 28, 27, basically the whole group up there, and after that the tobacco field. So we will have 4 plows working in tandem.
What do
once
I
Ducky
do
has
with this corn that I've got?
Hmm.
I got 15,000 litres of corn. I'm going to leave the tri-bine parked in the yard like that. So it can be emptied
leave
out.
it out. Leave it out. Then put the spout out, and we're gonna put that in the silo because 15,000 is not enough to sell. That's not worth the diesel fuel. I'm gonna do
Right.
that with the next load.
Excuse me. It's all right.
All
Mate,
good.
I'll let you go because I just thought I'd come in and give you a bit of useless information to turn you into a multi-entertaining channel.
Yeah, it's always good to have facts. Facts are good. Right.
I like alternative facts better.
You like what?
Alternative facts better.
Yeah.
They called fairy tales is what they called.
Right, we are in field 8. Okay, Mr. Maltese, can you please pass on a message to Mr. Maltese Panda if he's not able to hear this? Get him to set up a GPS course. He can have the responsibility this time. I trust him completely.
For the plows, there should already be one, but
is
since
there?
he can hear you too, I will pass that on anyways. I'll be back.
I will go on and do a circle around the field. Following along behind Mr. Maltese. Over here. Gonna unfold my brand new plough. Just going to go whizzing on over here like this. And just going to sort of follow along behind him a little bit to start with. There. And then lower that one in. And we are away. I'm really croaky this evening. Excuse me. I'm really sorry. Okay, I'm loving the speed that this thing can do. I'm assuming this is a Stevie modification. This is absolutely brilliant. Look at us go. Maltese is a little bit twisty-turny over there. Entirely sure what he's doing. He's a teacher. He's not supposed to be drinking at the wheel. He's supposed to be setting the example. Ever next. But anyway, we are whizzing along here nice and fast, and well, suddenly I discovered my stream is delayed by a full minute. Mohammed Badawi, hello. I already said, why did Frith hasn't died, has he? I have Bowen potato. I have got a potato in my throat. It's a terrible, unfortunate malady, and I'm hoping to cure it. I don't quite know how I'm going to do that. Make chips, probably. Farmers versus tornadoes. Andrew Messi, who will win? Well, unfortunately, that time the person who had his hay carried up into the air by a massive, great big dust cloud sort of type thingy-majiggy. He didn't quite... He wasn't impressed with that. He lost 3/4 of a field of hay, and it was dumped on the nearby town, and the residents of the town weren't overly thrilled with it either, because it didn't just, like, put it in one place. It spread it out. And it was all over the town centre. It wasn't like it was on a couple people's houses. It was just spread right across the town centre. So it was on the roofs of the houses and all over the street and everything else. And nobody wanted to clean it up. It's like everybody was trying to get someone else to clean it up. I don't know what happened in the end. I just remember hearing about this farmer whose crop got picked up and dumped on the nearby town. I think it was absolutely amazing. It was genuinely brilliant. Gamer Pete, trying to imagine if farming in real life was done at speed similar to Stevie's mods. Go and have a look at F8 plough, Jimmy J says. Right, we will do that. Field 8 plough is the one that we want. Go and have a look at competition ploughing. Not the regular competition ploughing. There is another type of competition ploughing. It's speed ploughing. Go to YouTube, type in and search. Oh, excuse me. Now I gone and got the hiccups after all that. Go onto YouTube, type in and search speed ploughing. It's just amazing. That is what you want to be looking at. Right? If you want to see Stevie mods working in real life, go to YouTube, search speed ploughing. It is amazing. It is so funny. It is absolutely incredible. It is the thing you want to watch. It's the thing you didn't realise that you needed in your life. Field 8 plough is the one that we want. Right there. We go into here. It says 18.31. I'm hoping that this is correct. And then we can go on a little bit more like this. We go Alt-X so that we join in there like that. And it's not quite set up correctly on... There's a little bit there that's out. But I'm going to go on down through here like this. Field 8 plough. Look. It's working wonderfully. It's working absolutely beautifully. And there is Skittles, if you would like to get your very own version of Skittles. The one that was made by Petro Gracemark. There is his logo right there. He's an Australian gentleman, but we won't hold that against him. He's made this beautiful version of the Valtra. There is a whole pack with various tweaks to the 3 different versions of the Valtras. If you go onto our Discord server, you can find a link to download the entire pack on there. They are absolutely wonderful. And yes, we do have a horn on this thing. I need to zoom in to hear it. Oh, there we go. I'm not going to do any more so that we don't get any copyright or anything like that. We don't want copyrightness. And then if I go in here like this, we should be able to run down through here. So I'm just using the Field 28 course that was already loaded. So why is mine coming different to what Jimmy J's is over there? Because I'm assuming he's running the same course. I'm a little bit confused as to why mine's doing, because I haven't changed anything. I haven't moved mine across at all, but it's still left a little tiny strip. So I don't really know why that would be. But there is a little tiny strip up through there. Might be that maybe he didn't quite have his set up on the original course, or I don't know. I don't know at all. But yeah, the Sour Skittles, it is brilliant. We've got all of these different bits on here. That they are absolutely amazing. Hang on. Let's have a look. So what happens is someone from the Book of Names is a noob at FS19, but he wants to buy... He wants to practice in a stream. If you want to practice in a stream, you come along and practice in a stream. That's entirely up to you. If you're in the Great Book of Names, you are allowed to, as long as you've got a copy of Farming Simulator, you are allowed to sign up and join the live streams. If you're a complete and total noob at the game, let us know beforehand and we will work around it. There. Bowen Potato, FS19 noob, have you seen Frithgar play? I was going to say I'm not really sure how to take that, but, you know, to be honest, that's probably a fair point. Let's hang on, Maltese, hang on a minute. Hang on, I'm just going to stop here. I'm going to wait for Jimmy to catch up a minute, and then we can have all 3 of us working together. Maltese got sailing off into the distance. He's pausing. He's pausing. You let Jimmy come on up. Go on, Jimmy. Put your foot down. Is he going to come up? Jimmy sat there. Come on, Jimmy, crack corn. Isn't that what you're supposed to do? I am worse than Mohammed. Maltese is listening to the stream. But it's a bit like, yeah, it is a little bit lagged. It is a little bit lagged. Jimmy's changing his line. We'll wait for you, Jimmy. We'll wait. We can wait. He's gonna get here. He's just setting it all up. Was Frith a challenging student? Frith was definitely a challenging student. I made it a matter of pride to be a challenging student. I didn't like my teachers very much, most of them. There was one or two teachers that I didn't mind, but for the most part, didn't like school. I didn't like teachers. I didn't like school, and a lot of the stuff that we were told to learn, I did not see the point of it. And even now, many years later, I do not see the point of what we had to learn. What we were supposed to do. I've never used it. I've never had an actual use for it in life. But Maltese Panda, you would have loved me. Don't worry. See, this is the thing. I like maths. I actually enjoy maths, and I've always enjoyed maths. I've enjoyed the challenge of it. But what I didn't like was my teachers and the way that they successfully sucked all the fun out of it like some sort of emotional vampires. It was genuinely horrific, absolutely horrifying. The way that maths teachers can destroy a maths lesson. I'm not Maltese Panda, he's a maths teacher, I'm not suggesting that he does this, but the maths teachers that I had, they would take maths, they would take every concept of maths that they could think of, and they would turn it into the most horrifically dull, boring stuff. And they would unnecessarily complicate it as well, which just made it even worse. I mean, you take the most simple of processes, and they could make it so difficult and so ridiculously complicated. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. So I didn't like maths very much in school, but I did like learning different things about maths outside of school. But yes, emotional vampires. Up to the house. Yes, they were. They were emotional vampires. That's what they were. That's what my teachers could be best described as, was emotional vampires. They would suck all the fun, laughter and life out of you, and you'd just be left a broken husk, weeping onto your desk with frustration and rage because you couldn't understand you could understand the concept of the lesson when you walked in to start, right? You could absolutely understand the concept of it all when you walked in there. But by the time you got through with the lesson, you had absolutely no clue what they were talking about. And that's the bit that... it used to enrage me. It used to enrage me. It really did. Right? It really did. Like, very, very basic concepts. Very, very simple things. Like, if you have any random number, it doesn't matter how big a number it is. If you take the digits of the number and you add them together. So say 102, for example... 1 plus 0 plus 2 is 3. 3 can be divided by 3, therefore 102 can be divided by 3. Now that rule can be applied across any number you like. Take 512. 512, 5 plus 1 plus 2 is 8. You cannot divide that one by 3. 513, 5 plus 1 plus 3 is 9. You can divide 513 successfully by 3 and be left with a whole number. My maths teacher didn't know that. I had to explain it to them, and then they spent half a lesson trying to tell me I was wrong. Alright, that's the kind of maths teachers I had. And this is why I didn't like maths. This is why I didn't like maths. So, yeah, at least in school, but the actual mathematics itself, I like it. When I first did algebra. I did algebra when I lived in New Guinea, and I went to a boarding school then, and my maths teacher when I went to boarding school, it wasn't my regular maths. I used to have additional maths lessons because the curriculum was so different in the US, which was the system that we were using, to the UK system. So I had to do extra maths in order to cover the bits that I would need to have learned to jump into the UK education system in like a few months' time after I left New Guinea. So anyway, long story short, I had to go and do some extra maths lessons, and the extra maths lessons that I did, I had a teacher there that liked algebra, but was also a really good teacher. And I loved learning algebra with his teacher. He made it interesting. It was actually interesting learning algebra. It was just really, really cool. And the way this teacher taught it was just fantastic. I loved algebra, and I came into the British education system with a deep and abiding love of algebra thanks to this teacher, who was possibly one of the greatest maths teachers that ever lived. And I met up with these British emotional vampires that destroyed algebra. They absolutely destroyed it. It was unfair. It wasn't right, and it just felt so wrong with every bone in my body. So I would hope that Mr. Maltese Panda could do the same kind of job that my algebra teacher could do when I lived in New Guinea. I cannot for the life of me remember her name. But yeah, it was my algebra teacher was like such a wonderful passion for algebra, and that was it was brilliant. It was absolutely amazing. Right, so I've been ranting about this for a little while, so I'll just have a quick scan through the chat here. Cernian had a teacher called Mr. Miller, an engineering teacher who was a fantastic teacher. Good, I'm glad. It's always nice when you've got a good teacher. It's always nice when you've got a good teacher. I'm going to see if I can... I was going to try and dodge Jimmy J there, but ooh, look at that. Oh, we went right past there without actually smashing into each other. I feel that we're making progress here. I'm going to go up this way. I'm going to slide on down beside Mr. Maltese Panda over there. Whiz up round here. Gently does it. Let's not overdo it. And on we go. Now the three of us working side by side down across the field. We're gonna go very side by side here. I can't quite do that. I'm gonna ride up onto Maltese's plough there if I go a little bit too close, but we can do this. Yes! Fantastic! Three of us, there we go. This is actually looking pretty cool. I like this. This is very good. I like this. There we go. What is pi divided by 2? 3.14 divided by 2. Take your pick. You can do it as many more thingies as you like. Thingies. That's decimal places. You can do it as many more as you like. Red Kite, is the first time I've watched your stream, plus my math teachers put a lot of fun into maths. It's good. Evo8 didn't know the trick with the threes. That trick with the threes is one of the... It's a really, really handy trick. So first of all, my maths teacher tried to tell me that it was rubbish and didn't work. Spent half a lesson trying to tell me it was wrong. And then they turned around and spent the rest of the lesson trying to convince everybody that it was a complete waste of time even knowing this thing and would never ever benefit you in maths. I use it all the time. It's like if you're just doing something really, really small and simple, like reducing fractions, simplifying fractions, something like that, it's an invaluable thing. I mean, as soon as your fractions get beyond beyond 3 digits, it's a trick that you're going to use a lot, like being able to simplify fractions using a third and so on. It genuinely makes a big difference. It's really, really cool. It's one that I've used a lot, all the time, the whole threes rule. There is another trick to divide by 4. I just divide by 2. And then if it'll go again, I'll do it again. And if it goes again, I'll do it. What's the trick for the 4s then, Mr. Maltese? You don't have to tell us now if you don't want to. If it's a bit difficult to type and drive and stuff, you could always tell us on the Discord. Maltese is on the Discord, so he's going to be able to do it. Easy trick for... There's an easy trick for multiples of 9. Same... yeah, multiples of 9, like with multiplications and stuff, there's all sorts of different ones. Maltese is difficult to explain, drive, and type. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. I generally, if I'm simplifying fractions, I just use 2s and 3s. And if 2s and 3s don't work, I don't tend to get too hung up on it. Yeah, I suppose like if you're wanting 7s and things like that, then 2s and 3s may not necessarily just be in your best interests. So there are plenty of others. Now, I'll stop talking about maths if you want me to, because I know that maths is not everybody's cup of tea, and we are supposed to be doing farming right here. So what about farming? What farming things? Are there any little tips and tricks anybody can give from farming? Also, when you've been, like, there are farmers who watch this, okay? There are plenty of farmers that watch this, and we got a lot of people who are doing school at the moment. We got a lot of people who are doing homeschooling at the moment right away across the world. They're stuck at home, they're schooling, and they're really, really questioning what the worth of their schooling is. When you, farmers, when you were in the education system, whatever country you're in, what things did you learn in school that you've actually found really useful as farmers later on in life? Get in the comments section. Is there anything that you learned in school that you found useful later on in life? I mean, I always felt that, like, with going back to maths again, I just said I was going to stop yabbering on about maths, and here I am talking about it again. I just felt that trigonometry was utterly pointless, because, you know, you do it on a calculator, so why do you need to figure out all the trigonometry stuff? And I said, oh, who's ever going to use this stuff? And I was actually talking about this with a few other people, and my dad among them, he said he uses trigonometry all the time for his work. He does engineering work. And I got someone else in here. Look, Cernian. Trig is a very, very valuable maths. I hated it. I could never see the point of trigonometry. I really, really hated trigonometry, and I've always struggled to get my head around that one. Like other bits, like, I know it's sort of technically part of algebra, but I always struggled with trigonometry. And I know a few people that have said that trigonometry is just absolutely amazing. And I mean, I know a lot of other people who don't use trigonometry very much. And just generally find it fairly useless, even though they do things that involve a lot of angles and so on. They just don't use trigonometry very much with it. They find other ways round. Maltese is not Maltese is not that keen on trigonometry anyway, and he gets these same questions from his students. What is the point of learning this? Well, it turns out that there are quite a few engineers and people that do engineering type jobs and having to figure things out that do use trigonometry a lot in their day-to-day work. So there are those of us out there, those of us, it's not us so much as them, who do use it. They do use it a lot. Trig is very valuable. Peter Vinks converting from metric to imperial and the other way round. I tend to do that a lot because I'm from the UK. We very, like, the UK, officially we're metric, although officially everything is still in miles, which is kind of a little bit weird. So we're both metric and imperial. When it comes to building work, all building plans are laid out in metric. You have everything set in millimeters on your building plan. The blueprints and stuff like that is all done in millimeters. It's always done in millimeters. So it's quite basic, like it's easily done. But most builders will still work either in feet and inches or in millimeters, but most builders I know work in both systems, and they're constantly converting from feet and inches imperial into millimeter into metric. So we've got this constant back and forth with metric into imperial and vice versa. That happens a lot. When it comes to temperatures, very few people I know under the age of 50 in the UK could tell you what the temperature is in Fahrenheit or have any clue how to convert Fahrenheit into Celsius, me included. I haven't got a clue. Whereas Fahrenheit is exclusively the temperature that is used in the US. It seems to be that pretty much the whole of the rest of the world, that part of imperial is not really used anywhere. That is the only part of imperial is not really used anywhere outside of the US in anyone under the age of 50. So it's kind of a Petro Gracemark, thank you very much for your support, sir. Blockbuster late fee. How many trees has everyone claimed? I haven't hit any trees. I've hit no trees. I've hit a few plows and I've run into a combine or two, but I haven't hit any trees. I have not hit any trees. Who else have we got? Trig is essential in so many ways. It's the one bit of maths that is useful in nature. How else can you work out how high a mountain is? Jobel Williams. Australia or UK, which is better? Well, I've lived in both countries. For me personally, it would have to be the UK, but that's partly because living in Australia, unless I am wearing
Friska,
7
friend.
layers of cloth and 3,000 factor sun cream, I tend to turn into a lobster very quickly, whereas I don't do that in the UK. I still burn, just not as quickly. Hello, Mr. Smudo.
Field 28 and 27 are next. I just applied the first coat of fertilizer, so basically you can plow that in.
Okie doke, no worries. We will get on that. We will go racing on over there and have a go.
Yeah, and once those 2 fields are done, I think we will be approaching the end of the stream.
I suspect so,
And
yes.
yes, and as your last job for today, we're gonna buy a few fields.
$9 million. We ought to be able to buy 1 or 2.
Yeah, that's not all yet. I have to still sell the last of the tobacco.
Okay, that's not bad.
Mm-hmm. Not bad indeed.
Right. Okay, I'm looking down through here. If you're using a scale plan, then millimeters or inches are irrelevant. Just use the ruler. See, it's not when you're reading the plan that the difference, like the chopping and changing between inches and millimeters is kind of used. This is when people are measuring out different things for fitting in different gaps. If someone yells down to you, I need a 3-inch piece of wood, like you know, I instinctively I can tell you pretty much within a few 16ths of an inch just by eye how much 3 inches is. If someone yells down that it's got to be 75 millimeters, I know that that is almost exactly the same amount, and it's that kind of thing. It's not quite. There's a little bit more on the conversions, but yeah, it's kind of like that. Mohammed Badawi, what is trigonometry? Yes, it is triangles. Red Kite actually answered that one. We move on up here a little bit. I'm going to keep it on the same thing, so I'm going to go a little bit over on this side over here. JJ is whizzing off up there, so I'm going to do this side of the field. I'm going to go whizzing up through here. Maths teacher is heading over that side. Oh no, that's maths teacher in the front. Sorry, JJ's over there. JJ's just starting on that bit. So I'm going to run down the long side over here, and we will keep going down through here. Good morning, Patrio. We've had a few good mornings. Patrio, we've had a few good mornings. Hang on, I'm looking down through here, looking to see what else we've got. Evo 8, I don't understand the Imperial system. It sounds complicated. It is a bit. This is why metric has become so popular, because the Imperial system is not really the most straightforward of systems at all. You've got well, 1 inch is divided up into sections, right? That's the easy bit. An inch is divided up into sections. So you've got halves, and you work in halves, quarters, eighths, 16ths, 32, 64, 128ths. And that's kind of the different divisions of an inch that are generally used, although you don't very often go below 16ths of an inch. 16ths is pretty much the lowest that you will go unless you're doing absolute top precision engineering work. And then beyond that, you've got inches, and then it goes feet and yards and miles and so on. You have 12 inches make a foot, 3 feet make a yard, and then 1,760, I think it is, yards make a mile. Roughly speaking, 1,500 meters is a mile. That's very roughly speaking. Roughly speaking, an inch is 2.5 centimeters, or 25 millimeters. A foot is roughly 30 centimeters, so a yard, which is 3 feet, is roughly 90 centimeters. And then you go up into a mile, which is very roughly 1.5 kilometers. So if you're looking for rough conversions, those are your rough conversions. But yeah, Imperial is a little bit confusing. It does take you a minute or two to like get all the basic measurements and stuff, and none of them are particularly like, none of them do make sense. Why have you got to have 12 inches in a foot? Why have you got to have 3 feet in a yard? 1,760 to make a mile. Who came up with the idea that it's got to be 1,760? Why is it, what's so special about that particular number to make a mile? And it's things like that yes, I agree, it is unnecessarily confusing. You got to remember though, this particular measurement system didn't just happen overnight. Like the metric system, somebody sat down and they said, we need a system that works well, that everybody can understand, that we can all do together. And thus they came up with the metric system, and the metric system works. Right, that works really well. Everybody can use the metric system. We've got no problems with it whatsoever. Everybody understands it. Everything. It's a base 10 system, and you work in 10s all the way through. All right, it's really, really easy. There's no problems at all. Imperial is just a complete, total mess. It really is. It's an absolute mess. Acres into hectares. Now, see, an acre, I can roughly guesstimate when I'm stood in a field how much an acre is. An acre is 70 yards by 70 yards. Quite why it's that particular measurement, I don't really know, but I'm not sure. Well, I think it's 2.5 acres make 1 hectare. Very, very roughly. I think so, but I'm not sure about that. Evo 8, because they use body parts to do the measurements. Yes, that is correct. They did use body parts to do the measurements, but the bit that I don't get... so the inch was roughly sort of a thumb length. A foot was quite literally a foot. So you had these very basic ideas of different body parts being used to do the measurements, but it was the bits beyond the basic body parts that I always didn't quite understand. Who decided that 3 feet should make a yard? Right, why 3 feet for a yard? Why not 10 feet for a yard? Yeah? I know this is kind of like a much bigger area, but where did the yard come from? Unless it was 2 yards make up a person. But then why not 6 feet make a yard? Because that's, you know, there's a lot of people about that height. 5 feet make a yard even. Because when you had shorter people. Well, I don't really know. And then the whole mile thing, that's the bit. 2.47 Gerbil Williams. 2.47 acres make a hectare. That does make life a little, you know, it's a little bit easier to understand that, isn't it? 2.47 make, 2.5. It is 2.5 acres. Hectare is just under 2.5 acres. So I did get that right. Yes! Success for me. Success for me right there. So I understand hectares, and I understand like the concept of hectares, but when I'm looking at a field, if somebody tells me there's 10 hectares, I do have to mentally convert it in my head into acres so that I can actually physically understand the size, because 25 acres, I can instantly get sort of a mental picture of the size of the field compared to 10 hectares, which is a little bit weird, I suppose, considering that most of the time I do successfully work in metric, but I interchange very easily between the two. I always work very easily and interchange between the two when using all the different measurements and stuff. When it comes to weight, I'm exclusively metric. I don't get imperial weights. A pound, I think it's roughly 500 grams, but I always work in metric. In my head, if I'm doing like area on a field, I convert it automatically in my mind to acres, and then I understand the exact area of land that I'm talking about. If I'm talking about distance, kilometers and miles, I can work with both. When it comes to weights, though, I think a pound is roughly-ish. As far as I see it, Imperial is subject heavily to ish. Yes, Imperial is very quick. It is very much related heavily to ish. There's a lot of ish when it comes to it. Oh yes, that is absolutely described it perfectly. Snake and Cactus and Red Kite Gaming, fairly well. It was great to see you here. We will see you later. Game repeat is slightly less than 500 grams. So yeah, weight, I haven't got a clue when it comes to Imperial. I don't actually physically. I know what a kilo feels like. I can, in my mind, I can picture what a kilo feels like when I hold it in my hand, and so I can convert everything into kilos in my hand. So if I'm told an Imperial weight, I need to know what the metric equivalent is to understand what that weight actually is when I'm holding it. And when it comes to liquid, I can understand liters and milliliters and stuff like that, and liquid. But when it comes to Imperial liquid, pints is the only thing I can work in. If I'm given any other volume other than a pint in Imperial, I need to know either what it is in pints, or I need to gallon. I cannot. I don't know. Gallon, I maybe guess roughly what a gallon is, but if I'm told it in liters, then I can understand it. I don't think that might sound like really, really weird. It sounds really weird in my own head, and then I'm not doing a very good job of explaining it. Weight. Now that's Dan McCann. Dan McCann, that is a very valid point. What about stone? Now that's different, because we always measure weight here in the UK when a person's weighing themselves in stone. Like a 10 stone person compared to a 15 stone person, 19. I know roughly how big a person's going to be. And so stone, this, again, it's different. I don't know. I just generally get confused. And this whole constant flipping between Imperial and metric, this is what makes the British nation as a whole so difficult to deal with, I think, is because we've got so many different weights and measures ingrained into us that it makes things really, really difficult for the rest of the world to really understand what on earth we're going on about. We'll tell you something, and we'll give you a distance measurement in Imperial and metric at the same time. It'll be so many miles and so many meters. So we give you both of them at the same time, Imperial and metric, and then
Frithka, my friend.
Hello.
Sorry to interrupt your lesson there.
I know. I was just getting into that.
We have still about 10 minutes left.
Yeah.
So I would ask you to bring the plow down to field 35.
Yeah.
The other guys will follow you as well and start working on the fields. I don't think you should. I will have you by a few fields.
Right. We're going to buy fields. We'll buy lots
Yes.
of fields. I'm sure we can find
Indeed.
a few. We've got Surgeon Senstutz. Hello, welcome to the stream. Good evening. I'm going to really struggle with that name. I'm always going to struggle with that name. British gallon is 4.5 litres. The American gallon is 3.5 litres. That makes it even more confusing, is that the Americans have got their own version of Imperial, which really makes me struggle. What field am I supposed to be going to?
35.
35. You knew I was going to ask you that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Right, we'll wander down there. Oleg the Farmer, thank you very much, sir. Patro Grace Mark saw that as well. Thank you very much for your support, both of you. That is absolutely fantastic of you. Is it Oleg the Farmer or Oleg the Farmer? I'm not really sure how I should be pronouncing that or writing it either. I don't really know. How would you like that to be put? I got to know, because oh. Oh, that was brilliant. Maltese, that was absolutely wonderful. That was truly, truly wonderful. That was amazing. Ole G. Right. I remember. I will just put Ole G. Ole G. Are you in the book already, Mr. Ole G, the farmer? I mean, if you're not, I'll go through and have a look. Sure, if that... I don't know if that reads... I don't know. It sounds familiar, but I'm not sure if it is or it isn't. I'll double check, and I will add you to the book if you are not. You are definitely going to be added to the book. My boss is called Oleg. Rightis Kozors. Hello, welcome to the stream. Yeah, what was I talking about? I was talking about the Americans are going to... they confuse things by having even more different measurements, which just makes things more difficult for us all. And then... Yeah, I think that the British are just generally really, really difficult to deal with because we use every type of measurement you can think of. And I don't really know why. There's no real logical reason for it. It just kind of happens. You know, it would probably help if I lowered the plow.
That might help, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Look, there's I've lowered the plow. I'm away.
That should do the trick.
Right, ideal. There we go.
Okay. Since
Bushel.
you are driving with the GPS, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
You can start buying fields. No?
Okie doke. Do you know what a bushel is? I think someone told me last time what a bushel is. Someone on here said, yeah, Evo, wait, I watch a lot of US farming videos and they talk about bushels. Someone said something about a bushel, but I don't remember what it was. The whole bushel thing. I have absolutely no clue what a bushel is. You get told about bushels to the acre. Do you know what it is, Smudo? Do you know what a bushel is?
Nah, I'm completely foreign to farming outside of this game, though. So
yeah, but
I have no flippin' idea.
Sort of born and bred farming, and I haven't got a clue what a bushel is either. It's strictly an American thing.
I mean, I heard the term before, and I think in the olden days, they used to do that to count in bushels. You know, when you used hand tools for harvesting.
Yeah.
Like a scythe and stuff. You would.
Look, we got a conversion here. Rightis Kozors, 1 bushel is 36 litres. 36 litres. Why is it?
Why?
Where do you get 30? Why? What's special about a bushel?
Yeah.
I
think that is America must be special again, and
I don't know. Every country in the world seems to have its own unique ways of doing things that are strange, confusing, and frightening to everybody on the outside.
Well, that may be true, but I think the island and America are special in a way that they are
G, the farmer.
Special at being special.
Hang on.
Yeah.
I like that you drive a voucher. Thank you very much for your support again, sir. It's absolutely fantastic of you, and very, very much appreciated. That is awesome. Right. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, go on. You say now, Smudo. You can talk. I'll get to the end of the row here, and then I'll go and buy these fields that you want me to buy.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. You read my mind. Get out of there.
See, look at that.
Get out of there.
Get out of where?
My mind.
Yeah. I'm not gonna hang around in there. There's fewer dark places that I've been that are as dark as that. Let me bring this bad boy on around here.
Mm-hmm.
And line up slow. Right, off we go. So what am I buying?
First, field 30, please.
Field 30. Right. That would be the 4 and the 1 together, yes?
No, the 3 and the 0.
It's $5 million. We can afford it.
Yeah, but we want to buy more than just field 30.
Ugh. Fine. I'll buy field 30. There we go. Look, you happy now? You got your way? Ooh,
yes,
we've
now
still got the money. We can buy 41, you know.
Now we want to buy all the fields north of the river. We start at field 49.
You mean the ones that I tried to buy a few days ago? A few weeks ago?
A few weeks ago, yes indeed. So you don't pester me with those again.
So the field 49, the one beside it, little one off by itself, what about that one?
Only the numbered fields, 49, and then work your way from right to left as much as the money will allow.
Right, but what's that bit in the corner then? What is that?
That's a placeable area.
And what about the bit to the north of field 50 and 48. What's that bit? It's a triangle bit.
Not numbered fields.
Yeah,
I
know it's not, but what is it?
I'm not sure. I think it's either a meadow or a forestry area.
Ah. Oh, we're not going to convert a meadow then?
No, we have enough work to do as it is with the fields.
What about field 25?
That is a numbered field. We're gonna buy that, yes. But not today.
But not today. Not interested, not today.
Mm-hmm. We don't have enough for the last one up there. That sucks.
I've run out of money. We've only got $500,000. Have we got... What else can we do? I can buy field 18. I've got just enough.
Field 18. Nah, that's the next buying round in total. We're gonna do the potatoes in the between session and buy field 52 and then see how far we get with that.
Right. Comrade Axel wants money. Sorry, Comrade Axel, that's not going to happen again. Oh, Wayne Welly. Wayne Welly, I am so sorry. I am so sorry I missed that. Thank you very much for your support, Mr. Wayne Welly. He did it to try and get me to interrupt you again, and it didn't work. Jimmy, you might want to put your plough down, mate. Jimmy forgot to drop his plough. Watch out. It's all right.
He didn't forget. He didn't forget. He just tried to test you if you're
I see. Is that what
paying
it is?
attention.
I'm really sorry, Wayne Welly. I should have done that properly. It's be like a bag or a bucket of 36 litres. A bucket, 36 litres. Yes, that's a fair bucket. A 36-litre bucket. That is a fair size. Jubble Williams, we use bushel boxes on a fruit farm I worked on many years ago, mainly for cider fruit. Bigger buckets, eh?
For what now?
Bushels. We're talking about bushels.
No, the fruit he was. The fruit he was mentioning.
Used bushel boxes for picking the fruit. Bushel-sized boxes.
Oh.
1 bushel of soybeans is 27 kilos, not a volume. Wait, so is bushel a volume or a weight? This is the bit that confuses me, is that sometimes people seem to be talking about bushels as a weight, and sometimes people seem to be talking about bushels as a volume, and it really confuses me then. Like,
it annoys me that you Brits can't keep your colonies in line. They do what they want.
I don't get it. Like, is it a volume or is it a weight? I mean, we just do weight. We do weight per acre. Whatever crop we're doing, it's done in weight. So if you've got 2 tons an acre, it doesn't matter if it's barley or if it's oilseed rape or if it's, well, we don't grow that many sunflowers in this country, but you get the idea. It's all done in weight. Whereas other... Like, what's the point with the whole, like, doing it in volume? That kind of seems a bit deceptive as well. A bushel is now used for weight. Bushel is weight, bushel is volume. Nobody seems to know. It's both. No, this is so confusing. How can it be both? Both? Why? Just work in kilos, the same as everybody else. Kilos and tons. How many tons an acre? If you do it in tons, it's easy. Right.
I think they do that on purpose.
They do. They do. It's just a big thing. It's the whole of America is doing this just to confuse me. That's all it is. It's just the whole of the US is doing this just to confuse me.
You personally, you mean?
Yes. Just to confuse me. That's what it is. US tons and EU tons are different. Yeah, I know. There's 2 different tons. Plus, you got imperial tons and metric tons, although there's not a lot of difference between them, to be fair. Right. Anyway,
okay,
I have kind of run out of time.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave you to do that.
Okie doke.
And see you later.
Right, I will see you later. Thank you very much, Mr. Smudo. So, we have come to the end of our live stream. It has been great fun this evening. And we have covered all sorts of topics, from maths to, trigonometry and algebra, through to why on earth is there a thing called a bushel when nobody can decide whether it's a weight or a volume, and nobody even knows what it is in the first place. It's just one of life's great mind-boggling mysteries, the bushel. Right, I'm convinced this is what it is. People talk about bushels because they want to sound like they know what they're talking about, when in fact they haven't got a clue, because they don't know if it's a weight, if it's... nobody knows. Nobody knows. It's pure guesswork. So anyway, if you have at any point ever considered getting a multiplayer server for anything at all, then please, as I said at the beginning of the stream, consider Nitrado servers to be your provider. There is a link to them in the description down below. They don't just do farming simulator servers. They do Minecraft, they do Ark Survival Evolved, they do Factorio. There's a whole range of other servers that they provide for as well, and they are absolutely brilliant. They have got server locations in a number of places around the world that you can choose from, which does help to keep the ping rates nice and low. Thank you very much to the moderators for keeping us all on the straight and narrow this evening. And in particular, I'd like to say thank you to Smudo, who spends a huge amount of his time behind the scenes getting each of these live streams ready. It's absolutely fantastic and always very much appreciated. And let's not forget the rest of the moderators and the admins that work tirelessly on my Discord server, who also do this of their own free time and do it all just to help out and be an extra part of the community. It's absolutely wonderful, and I just want to make sure that they know how much they are appreciated, because it really is. It's absolutely fantastic. Thank you also to everybody who has turned up to watch the stream this evening and has joined in with the chat. It's been absolutely fantastic talking to you all. If you've... Hang on, let me just bring that one in there and bring us on round. We'll go on up through here as we finish off. So, if you've enjoyed the stream, then please hit down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.